Can we look at you?
They start with a
wide shot.
Yeah. Welcome to CGTN. This is Real Time China. I'm Yang Liuqing, and with me are our anchors Jeff Moody and Cheng Lai. Welcome. And also our special guest, Professor Liu Baocheng from University of International Business and Economics. So just a brief introduction of what this is. Real Time China is a special program of CGTN to mark the 40th anniversary of China's reform and opening up. So to present you a panoramic view of China, we are on a 10-day trip to tour around these key cities that have played a crucial role in reform and opening up processes. So we started from Beijing on Wednesday, and now we are here in Zhengzhou in Henan province. So this is the third day, and the first part of our trip is coming to an end. Well, I guess, Jeff, you're only here for this first part. You are leaving tomorrow to go back to Beijing.
Yes, I've done 3 days. I've had the most incredible 3 days, to be honest. I mean, it's been hard work. It's been cold.
Yeah.
A lot of early starts. But
yeah, it's really freezing right here.
Yeah, it is. But it's been a fantastic way to get to know the people that I work with, because it's a massive crew. This is a huge operation.
Right.
There's a crew of 60 people, and when we say caravan, it literally is a caravan. There's the coach, and then there's a coach in front of it and a coach behind it,
and sometimes police escorts.
And something, yes. Today we were late to get to this shoot, so we had to have a police escort to get us through the traffic.
Right, exactly.
So
we don't get that in Beijing, do we?
No, you don't get that. So it's been a huge operation, but it's been an amazing way to learn more about China. I mean, I've been speaking, you know, in between, you know, when we're on the coach, you know, just chatting with Liu Baocheng about China, about his experiences of here, and our other guest, Jaime.
And he's from Hebei province,
yes.
and also very familiar with Henan province.
Right.
So
exactly.
this is sort of like coming home.
Absolutely. I think this is, for me, it's a rediscovery process, because now I have a new perspective. And now I'm also stimulated by these guys, you know, Yuan and Jeff, that they are digging very deep into my mind. And actually, I begin to reflect the, you know, 40 years ago when I was in the teenage age, I traveled around, but with my stomach complaining all the time
of hunger.
And also that. The train was only able to move maximum 50 kilometers per hour.
Wow.
So now it is so much an exciting contrast. So and now with, you know, I thought it was a gypsy wagon, but now it turned out to be a whole crew, and with 5 vehicles running around.
Nobody playing guitar.
11 vehicles. 11 vehicles to be exactly.
11?
Yeah, 11.
Oh my gosh.
So there are about 100 people. So I'd say it's a huge road trip. From Beijing all the way down to Shenzhen city.
It is a very special experience for me, because I'm able to compare, and I'm able to think, you know, like Zhengzhou, I visited here like 10 years ago, and there was foggy and smog and dust, and the road was not so clean, and well, there were not so many cars. But right now, it is really a very modern city.
And it's home to the world's largest smartphone factory, the Apple factory, or the Foxconn contractor.
Right, exactly.
Exactly. So actually, actually over the next day, we hit on Xiong'an. There was not really much to see, honestly, in Xiong'an. But that was a place to stretch your imagination.
Right,
it's a what is going to happen in 10 years or 20
yes.
years in the future,
Yeah.
with the global talent, with the global level of science labs. So
and starting with a clean slate.
Exactly. So and now they draw all the talents to design and to communicate with the rest of the world. So that was really exciting when we really vision the future. But more impressively is that when we really were landing on the wheat fields, you know, and
What's
we
this
had
landing
You
on
would use the
Wingfield
Chinese word for it
business?
stinks.
we had interesting smell. That was a familiar smell to me because I was brought up in the countryside. I was able to ride on pigs, you know, to travel for a distance. And then,
Yeah, those spoiled Brits.
yeah, this is really the northern China. People still very much rely on the agricultural farming, but I would also anticipate that with more of the agricultural reform, there can be more cooperatives instead of households. Now we only notice, you know, older men, older women were taking care of the cows.
Yep.
So, I could hope that with modernization of Chinese agriculture, we can really have a very, promisable future for the Chinese first industry.
Yeah, we're going to explore that whole poverty alleviation, rural e-commerce topic further in some of our travels, for example, to Xu.
Now. Yeah, so did you watch our show?
Yes, of course.
How do you feel about it? Is it different from what you expected?
Seeing what's on screen and also chatting online with Jeff and Xiong'an and finding out the backstory.
No!
You know, how cold it was, and sometimes there are technical glitches, which you expect in field
I
on
thought
field
we are
trips.
heading south, but it becomes colder and colder, and we had the first snow.
This is spoken like a true weather novice, because as a southerner, we know the southern winters are the bitterest because it snows or it rains, there's sleet, there's no indoor heating. I've grown up with this. I mean, I'm 43, so the past 40 years of reform and opening up, I have, seen China go from, as Mr. Liu was talking about, absolute poverty, hunger. You had to have coupons for everything because everything was rationed. There was nothing in shops. Sometimes, you go to buy flour and they're out of flour. You can't have noodles for dinner.
Jeff noticed that I was really getting emotional when we crossed, moving across the Mother Yellow River.
These are the two highlights from my trip, and they're both yours, sir. First of all, when we crossed the Yellow River today, and you talked in depth about what it meant to you.
Exactly.
The symbolism behind it, and it moved me. It almost moved me to tears. It was really moving to hear you speak about what it meant to be Chinese and to have lived the history that you have. And last night, when we went for dinner in the hotel, when it was nice and warm, we sat together and we had a couple of beers, and you told me about your life.
Exactly.
And that meant the world to me, and I felt so privileged to be here in China learning
Professor
about
Liu,
this.
can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, the first time actually I saw what the train was when I was 18 years old, ready to embark on to my campus in Beijing. And so I was really scared when I was in the toilet, actually flushing. I thought, well, what is a dragon in it? So, and I was able to eat 5 steamed bread for each meal. So now I couldn't even imagine that in my lifetime I could have a car. I could really
I didn't see a car until I was 7 years old.
Gosh.
So yeah, we were also, in the countryside when we actually saw a jeep, not a car. We were trying to smell the exhaust.
Well, that happens in other countries too.
And you were using 粮票 to buy food, right?
Actually, when we were in the countryside, we didn't. We lived by our hands, so we didn't have the 粮票.
So if they had chickens,
粮票
they
turned
could
out
have
to
the
be a
eggs.
privilege. 粮票, 布票, and all
People
the
from the
coupons.
countryside would come and sell their eggs and in exchange and get the coupons, right?
That's right, and also that I remember I went to middle school 2 kilometers away. Every summer we didn't even wear shoes, and we also have to carry a big grass basket to bring back some of the grass to feed the pigs before we could really earn the right to eat our meal. So,
Jeff, I'm not looking at you because I can sense some activity behind you. I think we have some
we have special guests there.
cute performers.
Little angels. So let's welcome them I think they're here for traditional Henan culture.
Opera.
Opera.
Fantastic.
Welcome him.
And it's
It's
a
freezing
wedding
cold
scene.
here, yeah.
So, and it's called Carrying the Wedding Sedan.
They're so cute.
I know.
Let's give the stage to them. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. 谢谢，太棒了，谢谢。So again, that's a wedding scene from the Yu opera, traditional Henan culture. I think that's pretty much for our live streaming today. We are continuing to head south and travel in Henan province tomorrow. Please stay tuned with us and follow us at CGTN on all the social media platforms at Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Weibo. And follow us on the trip at CGTN. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.